Hi guys, it's Melly and welcome to Let's Talk Personal Finance, the channel where we discuss how to make money and how to manage it. Did you know that currently only 6% of South Africans can retire comfortably? That is an insanely low percentage, which is why in this video, I will be discussing retirement annuities and more importantly, how you can use them to ensure that when it's your time to retire, you're not a part of that statistic. Please note that none of my videos constitute as financial advice. If you're looking for financial advice, please speak to a registered and certified financial advisor. A retirement annuity is an investment vehicle that an individual can use to save up for their retirement. Retirement annuities come with quite a few benefits as well as some restrictions, and we're going to be looking at all of that in this video. The first thing to take a note of is that a retirement annuity is flexible. So you can decide if and when you want to invest in an RN, how much you would like to invest, as well as what you would like to invest in. Retirement annuities also have a bunch of tax benefits. The first benefit is that the amount of money that you contribute on an annual basis towards your retirement annuity is tax-free. Now, this is under certain conditions. So the first thing is that the contribution has to make up 27.5% or less of your taxable income. However, this is also limited to a maximum of 350,000 rands a year. So that means if 27.5% of your taxable income is, let's say, 500,000 rands, and you end up contributing 500,000 rands in the year 2022, only 350,000 rands of that amount is tax deductible. The rest of the money that you contribute will be tax deducted, but it won't be in that year. So let's say in 2023, you end up only contributing 100,000 rands to your retirement annuity. The previous 150,000 rands that you paid extra in 2022 that was not tax deducted will now qualify for a tax deduction in 2023. I hope that makes sense. You also don't have to pay any taxes on any of the interest or dividends that the money that you have invested in your RA earns. The third cool thing about RAs is that they offer diversity. So a retirement annuity is absolutely amazing because you have the potential to invest in a diverse range of funds and share portfolios, and you can actually customize what you invest in to suit your needs as well as your risk profile. Now, this next point is something that I had absolutely no idea about until I started doing research for this video, and that is your retirement annuity is protected from your creditors. Now, if you guys knew that this was the case, please leave it in the comment section below. I'd like to see how many people were actually familiar with this fact. So what this means is that if you are currently in a going through insolvency, which is basically when you can't pay your debts. So you have too many debts and you can't afford the payments for your debt. So whoever you're owing cannot touch your retirement annuity. So you could have 1,000,000 rands in your retirement annuity and you could be owing maybe 500,000 rands to a particular bank. That bank, legally speaking, cannot ask you or force you to take money out of your retirement annuity in order to pay them off. That is mind-blowing. This ensures that your savings and everything that you have invested into your retirement annuity will be available for you when you need it most, which is when you retire. Now, in the same way that your retirement annuity is protected from your creditors, it is also protected from you. So what I'm trying to say is that a retirement annuity, you can only access the funds from it once you're 55 years old or older, depending on how you set it up. This is especially great if you struggle with self-discipline, as it means you're ultimately protecting your money from yourself. However, there are exceptions to this rule. So there are two cases, well, that I'm going to be sharing with you, where this rule does not apply. So the first case is if you suffer permanent disability, then legally speaking, you are allowed to access your retirement annuity and use whatever funds is in there. Secondly, is if you permanently emigrate from the country that your retirement annuity is in. So if you're in South Africa and you permanently relocate from South Africa to another country, then you're allowed to access your retirement funds even before you're 55 years of age. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. It would mean a great deal if you would like this video, if you would comment down below, and if you would subscribe and then share this video with your friends who are also interested in personal finance and will benefit from knowing more about retirement annuities. Now, to address a question that some of you might be thinking at this point, which is, when should I start investing in a retirement annuity? I have a couple of examples that we can go through, and hopefully this will give you a better understanding of the importance of starting as soon as possible with regards to investing in a retirement annuity. So I got this illustration that you see now from Sanlam, and it shows three different individuals that invest 500 rands per month in their retirement annuity. The first individual is called Tabo, and he starts investing in his retirement annuity at 25 years of age. And he chooses his retirement age to be 60 years when he is 60 years old, which means that he has 35 years until retirement. Now, since Tabo is younger and he's starting off young, his financial advisor probably recommended a moderate to aggressive risk profile. And for this particular profile, there's an assumed 10% interest rate per annum. Now, if he invests 500 rands every single month from the time that he starts at 25 years old to the time that he retires at 60 years old, he will have saved up 1,898,319 rands and 3 cents. Now, if we move on to the next individual, Kathy, who starts investing at 35 years old. So that's 10 years later than Tabo. And she has the same retirement age of 60 years old. That means that she will have 25 years until her retirement. Now, since she is a bit older, her financial advisor probably recommended for her to have a moderate risk profile. Now, the less risky your profile is, the less your returns are usually. So for Kathy, her assumed return on her investment per annum is 9%. Now, if she also invests 500 rands per month, just like Tabo, the amount of money that she would have accumulated at the end of her at the beginning of her retirement will be 560,560 rands and 97 cents. So since Tabo started saving up 10 years earlier, he has almost 4 times what Kathy would have when she starts investing 10 years later. Now, for our third individual, his name is John, and he starts to invest in his retirement annuity at 45 years old. He also aims to retire at 60 years, so that means he only has 15 years from the time he starts to retire in his retirement annuity to the time he actually retires. Now, since he starts later in life and has less time his financial advisor gives him a cautious or recommends a cautious risk profile. And because it's less risky, the assumed returns are also 8%. Now, if John was to also invest 500 rands every single month, like all the other individuals that we've looked at, the amount of money he would have accumulated by the time he's 60 and ready to retire is 173,019 rands and 11 cents, which is just tiny compared to how much Tabo gets. It's less than 10% of what Tabo would have at 60 years of age. So these examples really illustrate how important and how crucial it is to start as soon as possible to save up for retirement. So even if you're at a point where you feel like you're not earning that much, even if you're contributing 100 rands or 200 rands towards your retirement annuity, ultimately it'll go a long way towards building that nest egg that you can live off when you retire. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you learned something. If you haven't started investing and saving towards your retirement, I hope you actually start seriously looking and thinking about it. And remember, guys, you're never too old or too young to talk about personal finance. Toodles!